Good morning, all of you. Welcome back again. Hope you all are fine and safe, and hope you are enjoying your studies as well. So, finally, we have successfully completed the unit number 4 yesterday, and today we are going to start the unit number 5. Still, I would like to ask you once again, if you still have any doubt or any query related with the previous unit, you can ask me, right? Okay, so and by the way, yes, I have already uploaded the unit number 4 material yesterday night. So you can also go through it. Okay, so today we are going to start the unit number 5, which is email and IP. Email and IP. Okay, so IP we know very well, email we know very well. Okay, there is nothing new to explain you about these two things. We all know about the emails and IP because we are very much familiar with that. We all are using a email in our daily routines. Email service we are using now. The thing is how exactly the email is exactly working in terms of security. I'm talking about whenever you are going to transmit any data or send any data to your friend through the email, which are the exact thing happening at the backside, right? The thing means if you're going to send some message, how it is going to be encrypted, how the keys are generated, which are the different components are responsible to provide the security to the email services, to the email servers. So this all we are going to learn from the technical approach, technical aspects. Okay, otherwise just email and IP, what we can learn in that? It's so easy, there is nothing to learn, right? Because at this stage in the integrated 8, I think you don't require to learn what is email and what is IP. But the thing is, we are learning about the subject of network security. So everything is roaming around the security. आपका जो कोई भी इजी से इजी टॉपिक हो ना, उसके अंदर भी जो सिक्योरिटी कैसे प्रोवाइड करते हैं, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न. ठीक है. Okay, so let me present my screen. चलो तेजस दिखाइए. Can you see my screen, Tejas? I think Tejas is not present today.
Yes, sir.
Acha, okay, thank you. Okay, so inside the email and IP unit, the first very important topic is PGP, Pretty Good Privacy. It's a very unique name, ना? Usually algorithm ये सब security का बहुत ही technical name होता है ना, right? ये Pretty Good Privacy, I mean ऐसा लग रहा है कि मतलब कोई किसी की तारीफ कर रहा है. Pretty Good Privacy. Now the thing is, वैसे तो कोई ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेगा आपको वाइवा में या फिर कहीं भी. अगर मान लीजिए पूछ लिया कि इस नेम के पीछे लॉजिक क्या है, व्हाट इज इट, प्रैक्टिक गुड प्राइवेसी मतलब क्या है, ये तो आपने सिर्फ एक तारीफ कर दी, प्रैक्टिक गुड. हाँ, ये नाम मतलब इसका मीनिंग क्या है? सो द थिंग इज देर इज देर इज नो एनी लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस नेम, right? But the thing is, whoever is the person who invented this security, this privacy policy, he just saw one grocery store when he was roaming in his city, and the grocery store's name was something like Pretty Good Grocery. I got it from the Wikipedia. I was searching about that because मैंने मुझे भी अजीब लगा है, मतलब ये क्या नाम है यार, प्रेटी गुड प्राइवेसी, ऐसा कैसे नाम हो सकता है? कुछ टेक्निकल, कोई एकदम हैवी नाम होना चाहिए ना, सुन के ही लगे ना बहुत डिफिकल्ट, मतलब टेक्निकल है, ये कैसा नाम? सो आई वाज सर्चिंग फॉर इट एंड आई जस्ट जंप टू द विकिपीडिया, और वहां पर मैंने पढ़ा, ये जो है ना फिल जिमरमैन, who invented this, he was roaming and he saw one departmental store and the name was Pretty Good Grocery. So उसके ऊपर से he just inspired and he just gave the name of this security privacy to like that, Pretty Good Privacy, right? So whenever you found something very simple ना, you should be very doubtful, अरे इतना easy नाम कैसे हो सकता है, कुछ इसके पीछे कहानी क्या है, like that. Okay, it's not a part of our syllabus, but just for the knowledge purpose, I just share it with you. Okay, so PGP is a remarkable phenomenon, largely the effort of a single person, and the name is Phil Zimmerman. You can note it down, please. Phil Zimmerman. PGP is an open source, freely available software package for email security. See, whichever the thing is very much important, I already have highlighted with this color. Okay, open source, freely available software package. Open source means it is open source means available for all, and obviously you're not supposed to pay any kind of charges for the same. So if you are the email service provider, not the user, if you are the email service provider, then you can implement the same kind of security in your email servers. It provides the authentication through the use of digital signature, confidentiality through the use of symmetric block encryption, compression using the zip algorithm, and email compatibility using the Radix 64 encoding system, and segmentation and reassembly to accommodate long emails. Point to be noted, point to be noted, 5 main points, 5 main points. अगर बहुत ही शॉर्ट में आपको एक्सप्लेन करना है ना, कोई आपको पूछे पीजीपी में एग्जैक्टली क्या फीचर है, क्या करता है, सो यू जस्ट नीड टू रिमेंबर द 3 4 to 5 थिंग्स. सबसे पहले क्या करता है? नंबर 1, it provides the authentication through the use of digital signature. Point number 1, it provides the authentication through use of digital signature. Okay, chalo, done. Second, confidentiality through the use of symmetric block encryption. Number 2, कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है किसका यूज करके? सिमेट्रिक ब्लॉक एनक्रिप्शन का यूज करके. ओके चलो गुड. पॉइंट नंबर 2. पॉइंट नंबर 3, compression using the zip algorithm that you know very well. I think you are using most frequently the zip encoding algorithm. Compression using the zip. So if your mail is too long, or if it's consumed too much space, so you can simply compress it. So that's a compression, and you can use it for the along with the zip algorithm. So zip algorithm is there to compress your email. That was the number 3. Number 4, email compatibility using the Radix 64 encoding scheme. What is it? Radix 64 is a special encoding scheme which simply convert your emails into the compatible language. Means it's a compatibility. If I send you a message, suppose assume that I send some message into Gujarati, but your mobile device must support the Gujarati language first of all. गुजराती का पूरा एनकोडिंग, उसका कैरेक्टर लैंग्वेज है आपके अंदर, आपके डिवाइस के अंदर है. Otherwise, have you seen somewhere? Nowadays, all the smart devices are supports the regional language. But still, I'm still having one phone which is quite older, of 7 to 8 year back. In that case, Gujarati is not supported. So what happened? Do you know? Whenever I'm sending message to that device, it shows me that square boxes. I think you already have experienced many times. If something is not supported in your mobile device, right, it will simply in the square boxes. So it is not going to display. So here the thing is, it should be compatible so that receiver can read it properly, and for that Radix 64 encoding scheme is used. And segmentation and reassembly to accommodate long emails. Segmentations means a division, a partition, and the reassembly means forming it back, accommodate of long email. So if you are having a long email, so as per the internal structure, it is going to be split down into a small segmentations, and at the receiving end, it is going to be reassemble each and every part, each and every block. And the same we already have used so many times into different algorithms, that your full data will be converted into 128 bits of block, right, or 256 bits of block, and these all blocks at the opposite side, the time of decryptions, it is going to be merged again, and it will be formed into the original message. Clear? One more time. Authentication using digital signature, confidentiality using the symmetric block encryption, compression using the zip algorithm, compatibility using the Radix 64, and the last is segmentation reassembly to accommodate long emails. Simple. ये 5 पॉइंट में पूरा पीजीपी आ गया. Next, S-MIME. Remember this S-MIME, this terminology. You can also note it down. The full form is Secure/Multi-Purpose Internet Mail Extension. I think MIME तो आपने सुना होगा. You already heard about MIME, I think, if I'm not wrong. Multi-Purpose Internet Mail Extensions, and along with Secure, is an internet standard approach to email security. That's a internet standard approach for the email security that incorporates the same functionality at PGP. PGP has the following features. There was another alternative called S-MIME. S-MIME is also having the same kind of functionalities like PGP, but PGP is far better compared to S-MIME. Otherwise it's like a siblings. S-MIME जो है वो PGP जैसा ही है, but PGP is having some more features. Which are the features in PGP? Let's take a look. Selected the best available cryptography algorithm as building blocks. First of all, see, the good thinking is we already have reached to the unit number 5. अब मैं आपको कोई भी टेक्निकल टर्म बोलूँ ना, which is not aware about you, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. You already aware about each and everything. मैं आपको बोलूँ क्रिप्टोग्राफिक, आप ये नहीं पूछेंगे सर क्रिप्टोग्राफिक क्या है. मैं आपको पूछूं बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स, तो आप नहीं पूछेंगे सर ये ब्लॉक क्या है. मैं आपको बोलूं साइफर, आप नहीं पूछेंगे क्या है, राइट. मैं आपको पूछूं कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, डिजिटल सिग्नेचर, डिजिटल ऑथेंटिकेशन, आप कुछ भी नहीं पूछेंगे बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी हैव गॉन थ्रू ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. So now it's very easy to understand these concepts, very easy. Unless and until if something is very much special for the email security, then that would be new for you. Otherwise is everything symmetric and asymmetric and algorithm, cryptography, key, digital signature, all these terms are very much familiar to you now. So it's so easy and so quickly we can adopt this concept. So the first thing is it simply select the best available cryptographic algorithms as building blocks. Then integrated these algorithms into a general purpose application that is independent of OS and the processor, and that is based on a small set of easy to use commands. What does it mean? Whichever the algorithms has been selected for this cryptographic, for this security of building blocks, this all will be integrated into what? Into a general purpose applications. So we all are using the different email applications, right? If you are accessing from the internet, so we are used to access the directly Gmail server, Yahoo server, by simply open the browser and simply go to the Gmail or Yahoo service portal. Okay. Otherwise, nowadays we are having a different email application into your mobile. Even in computer also, Outlook. I think you know about the Outlook, Thunderbird. I think Thunderbird. Yes, these two are the email applications, email clients. So this all the algorithms are simply integrated into simple in the single applications, and these applications are actually independent of OS and processor, which is simply based on a certain sets of the different easy to use commands. So you can operate the entire email services by simply providing a few commands in a UI interface, right? Made the package and its documentations, including the source code, free available via internet. So it is also provide you all the sources if you want to make the package and documentations. What does it mean? Have you learned the PHP? Himani, Tejas, PHP have you learned? PHP. अच्छा, तो PHP के अंदर आपका वो ईमेल का कोई प्रोग्राम आया था, ईमेल सेंड करने का PHP के अंदर, याद है ऐसा कुछ? Have you sent the email through the PHP program? Bridge said yes. Yes, correct. So have you do you remember that there was a package, special package for that? Yes, Imani, can you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just regret for this again. Computer restart, overheating. Whenever I open the Wi-Fi, it is automatically, because more resources use થાય છે, memory ઓછી છે, that's why. No issue. કલાકમાં એકવાર તો બંધ થાય છે. Okay, ચાલો થાય ત્યાં સુધીમાં આપણે ઓવરઓલ વાત કરીએ. So I was talking that I think you already have done that program where you can send an email through the PHP program. So you were used some kind of classes related with that, inbuilt library classes, something related with the SMTP or something. Okay. So what does it mean? Those specific library class is available freely to you to develop any kind of email service application. Am I right? आप उस लाइब्रेरी क्लास का यूज करके आप PHP के अंदर ईमेल का कोई एक प्रोग्राम, एक एप्लीकेशन डेवलप कर सकते हो. Am I right? Same way, if this PGP is also open source, it is freely available. It means if you want to establish a security standards in your email service. So you can also use the PHP without acquiring any kind of license or permission. समझ में आ रहा है? जिस तरह से हमने PHP में एप्लीकेशन किया था ना क्रिएट, वो सिर्फ किस लिए था? Just for the email sending and receiving purpose, right? Now, if you want to do additional thing, like if you want to establish in security standards in a same program, you can use a certain inbuilt, ready-made packages of PGP. That's also possible, right? Give me 1 second. My computer is on. I'm going to disconnect from the mobile. Yes, screen and voice. Please verify again. Imani? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Okay, so make the packages in its documentation, including the source code and free available via internet. So source code is also available, package is also available, and documentation is also available if you want to develop this, right? So it's one of the good feature. Then entered into an agreement with a company to provide a fully compatible and low-cost commercial version of PGP. Now you think that I'm having my own email service, I'm having my own email server. Now you want to establish a security standards in a very professional and higher level. So you can do it. So for that, you need to have the agreement with the PGP, right? Whoever is the company which provides this PGP, you can simply have the agreement with that company if you want to have the fully compatible and low cost commercial version of PGP. मतलब बेसिक वेरिएंट आपके पास अवेलेबल है, लेकिन आपको एडवांस में कुछ चाहिए, स्पेशली फॉर योर कमर्शियल पर्पस, फॉर योर इंडस्ट्री पर्पस. So you can contact to this company of PGP, and they will simply have the agreement, and they can do they can provide a professional version, commercial version of the PGP also. It's almost like in the market, the free version is available with the basic features, and the full advanced version is available with the paid version, with paying some fees. It's almost like that. So these are common basic features of the PGP, right? Now the thing is, why PGP is very much popular? Why popular? There must be some reason. Obviously, let's take a look. First is, it is available free worldwide in a version that run on a variety of platforms. The thing is, it is a platform independent, right? That's why it is very much widely popular across the globe, because it usually runs on any kind of platform, and plus it is free worldwide. So that's why it is one of the point that PGP is so much popular. Second, it is based on algorithms that have survived extensive public review and are considered extremely secure. Specifically, the package includes, now take a look into this, RSA, DSS, Diffie-Hellman for public key encryptions, CAST128, IDEA, and 3DS for symmetric encryptions, and SHA-1 for hash coding. Now see, it is being considered as an extremely secure environment because of this all. This package includes so many different cryptographic algorithms, and out of this, I think few are very much familiar to you because we already have covered this into our syllabus. RSA is there, Diffie-Hellman for public key encryptions we have done, 3DS, triple DS we have done, SHA-1 for hash encoding that we have done, right? So this also included into the package of PGP. That's why it will be considered, it is considered as a more secure, extremely secure. It has a wide range of applicability. Obviously, you can apply into a different kinds of applications. So it's having a wide variant and range which you can apply into a different applications. Not developed or controlled by the government or standard organizations. Obviously, it is not a part of any kind of standard organizations or government, so it is not developed by it. So no any kind of restriction, licensing, registrations, permissions. So that is not, the no formality, no procedure is there. So it is very easy and popular to acquire this. PGP is now on an internet standard track, RFC 3156. So in the Journal of RFC, it is already registered now, termed as the Internet Standard Track, and the reference number is RFC 3156. So these are the few points based on which you can say that PGP is nowadays so much popular in the specifically email servers for the email services, right? Now there was a term called Radix 64. So I have put a separate note into this footer that what is Radix 64. See this. Radix 64, or it is also known as Base 64. Huh? Base 64, I think you already have here see somewhere, I think. Radix 64 or Base 64 is a binary to text encoding system. Point to be noted. Binary to text encoding system that is designed to allow binary data to be represented in ASCII string format. Very simple. As you know, ultimately everything is going to be converted into binary, that you already know. Now at the receiving end, this binary will be converted back to the original text. So there is a certain encoding system is applied. So for that, what it will do, it will simply allow this binary data to be represented into the ASCII string format. And obviously nowadays any of the devices supports the ASCII. That's the most common and general one. That's a universal one, ASCII. There is none of the device in the world which doesn't support the ASCII. Your computer can't say, sorry, I cannot support ASCII. Obviously ASCII is the basic one. Worldwide, each and every device supports the ASCII. So ultimately it will convert binary to text. So it's a name of encoding system. Radix 64. Clear? Clear up to this? Okay. Iman, awaaz આવે છે ને બરાબર?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next question is how exactly PGP works. See, it's very easy to understand how PGP works. We simply need to go through the internal details that what exactly unique thing are there. Otherwise, we all know about this symmetric encryption, asymmetric encryption, key, digital signature, authentication, everything we know, everything. But still, how exactly it is going to be applied in email, that we are going to learn. So let's take a look how PGP works. Is it the same as we already learned into all previous algorithms, or some different thing are there? There is a public key to lock, means to encrypt the message, and a private key to unlock, to decrypt the message. अभी चलो आप सब लोग मुझे चैट बॉक्स में बोलो, आपने कहीं ऑलरेडी कंसेप्ट आपने कभी सीखा है? Do you know about this concept that there is a public key to lock or encrypt the message and there is a private key to unlock it? कहाँ सीखा है आपने? Do you know about this? Say yes or no into chat box. Do you know about this? That there is a public key, there is a private key. Public key is used to encrypt something. Private key is used to decrypt something. Have you ever learned this into previous 4 units? Say yes or no into chat box. और अगर आपको नाम याद हो, आपने exactly कहाँ पर वो सीखा है, कौन सा algorithm है, it is far better. Otherwise, you simply say yes or no into chat box. Quick. Have you learned about this public-private key? Come on. What do you call it in technical term? What do you call it in technical term? If you're having a 2 different keys, pair of keys. Come on, guys. Answer, chat box. Quick. उसको क्या बोलते हैं technically? अगर आपके पास 2 की है, सेम की नहीं है, दोनों के पास अलग की, एक पब्लिक की, एक प्राइवेट की, तो इस स्ट्रक्चर को क्या बोलेंगे आप? Chat box, chat box, chat box. Quick, quick, quick. I'm waiting for your answer. If you don't know, then you know what you are supposed to type. Then type IDK. Come on, quick, people. Bridge. Asymmetric. Bhavik. Asymmetric. Super. Nice. हाँ तो आवड़े तो છે, શું કામ આટલી ચિંતા કરો છો? જલ્દી જવાબ આપો. આટલા બધા લોકો છે, કોઈ જવાબ કેમ નથી આપતા? ચલો ક્વિક. I want to check whether you are sleeping or not. Quick, quick, quick. Type your answer. If you don't type, then it will be proved that you are not here and you simply have connected your device. Siddharth IDK. Siddharth is so honest. Siddharth, exam ID के नाल तो यार जोजे. अरे सूरज तुम भी यार आईडी के? कम ऑन. इतना मैंने डिफिकल्ट पूछ लिया क्या? Keys are not same. Mansi. Okay. So what do you call it in technical term? उसको क्या बोलते हैं? अगर की सेम नहीं है तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं टेक्निकल टर्म में? अगर पब्लिक और प्राइवेट 2 की है तो उसको क्या बोलेंगे हम टेक्निकल टर्म में? आई वांट टू नो दैट. कम ऑन, डरलिन, कुणाल, विशाल, क्विक, ऑल ऑफ यू. चलो, means these all people are not here. You proved that. Imani, you have not typed your answer. Imani, Tejas, type your answer. Come
Yes,
on.
sir.
Darlene, I typed your answer. Imani, come on. What's wrong with you? Hello. I'm talking. If you are having a public and private key, what do you call it? That structure. What do you call it in technical term? Quite shocking, yeah. Seriously, it's asymmetric. क्या हो गया आप लोगों को यार? याददाश्त को क्या हो गया? ये पिछले जन्म में सीखा था क्या? इट्स एसिमेट्रिक. अगर दोनों की सेम है उसे क्या बोलते हैं? सिमेट्रिक. दोनों की अगर अलग है पब्लिक प्राइवेट उसे क्या बोलेंगे? एसिमेट्रिक. यू सीरियसली गिविंग मी शॉक? हाँ, सीरियसली यार, एग्जाम ऐसा मत करना. हैं? हाँ, ओके, ठीक है, वांधो नहीं. Okay, so here the same thing, public key and private key would be there, right? Public key used to lock the message, means encrypt, and private key is used to unlock the message. Okay, all of you, please pay your maximum attention. In between, I will ask anything to anyone. Please pay your maximum attention, please. You would send the public key to all your friends so that they can encrypt the sensitive message that they want to send to you. One more time. You would send the public key to all your friends so that they can encrypt the sensitive message that they want to send to you. मतलब आप अपने फ्रेंड को अपनी पब्लिक की भेजेंगे, यानी कि अगर उसको कोई आपको सेंसिटिव मैसेज भेजना है, उसको आपको, तो वो आपको सेंड कर सके टू यूज विथ योर पब्लिक की, राइट? वंस यू रिसीव्ड एन एनक्रिप्टेड मैसेज, जब आपको एनक्रिप्टेड मैसेज मिल जाएगा, then you use your private key to decrypt it. तो आप उसको अनलॉक करने के लिए अपना प्राइवेट की इस्तेमाल करेंगे. सिंपल. The same concept we already have seen in different asymmetric algorithm approach. So it's the same thing. कि अगर कोई आपको कुछ भेज रहा है तो वो आपकी पब्लिक की यूज करेगा उसको एनक्रिप्ट करने के लिए. जब आपको वो मैसेज मिल जाएगा तो आप उसको ओपन करने के लिए, डिक्रिप्ट करने के लिए अपनी खुद की प्राइवेट की इस्तेमाल करेंगे. इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट. याद आया वो बॉब और एलिस का एग्जांपल? बॉब और एलिस का एग्जांपल, पब्लिक की प्राइवेट की, याद आया कुछ? हाँ, प्लीज याद रखो यार. क्लियर? सो द कंसेप्ट इज वेरी सिंपल. पीजीपी इज वर्किंग ऑन अ सेम फंडा, एसिमेट्रिक. चलो, क्वाइट गुड, वेरी इजी. देखो अभी थोड़ा जल्दी जल्दी जा रहा है ना, बिकॉज अभी एसिमेट्रिक, ये वो, डिजिटल ऑथेंटिकेशन, सब कुछ इट्स वेरी फैमिलियर. वरना मुझे एक एकदम समझाना पड़ता कि चलो ये एसिमेट्रिक क्या है. आप पूछेंगे सर एसिमेट्रिक क्या है, सर क्रिप्टोग्राफिक क्या है, सर ये ऑथेंटिकेशन क्या है, सर डिजिटल सिग्नेचर क्या है. एवरीथिंग वी हैव कवर्ड. सो इट्स सो इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. चलो अभी चलते हैं उसके ऑपरेशनल डिस्क्रिप्शन पे, मतलब अंदर में एग्जैक्टली होता क्या है. The actual operation of PGP as opposed to the management of keys consists of 4 services basically. The first is authentication, second is a confidentiality, compression, and email compatibility. Please note it down. 4 are the main. The first is authentication, confidentiality, compression, email compatibility, right? Fifth is also there, which is nothing but that fragmentation and reassembling. Authentication. So obviously, let's have the look at the following table, which simply provide the different services related with the digital signatures. So I'm going to show that. First of all, take a look into this. All the PGP services are somehow related with these 4 functions. These 4 functions. And which other algorithms are applied in this? Take a look. I'm going to zoom it. The first thing is digital signature, function number 1. Inside the PGP service, it uses the DSS, SHA, RSA, SHA. DSS is not there in our syllabus. SHA, RSA, SHA. It's using that algorithm. There is a description also, you can read. Second is a message encryption. It using a cast or idea or 3 key, means triple DS with Diffie-Hellman or RSA. So here cast and idea is not familiar for us, but the triple DS, Diffie-Hellman or RSA, these are the familiar to us because we already have learned it. So एक डिजिटल सिग्नेचर आएगा सबसे पहले फंक्शन में, उसके बाद आएगा मैसेज एनक्रिप्शन, उसके बाद आएगा कंप्रेशन, कंप्रेशन का एक ही एल्गोरिथम है वो है जिप, और उसके बाद आएगा ईमेल का कंपेटिबिलिटी मींस एनकोडिंग ट्रांसलेशन, सो दैट इज डन थ्रू द रेडिक्स 64 कन्वर्जन. So four main functions you need to remember inside the BGP services, right? Digital signature है, which is actually used to have the authentication process, public key, private key, checking, verification kind of things. Then the actual message is going to be encrypted. आपका जो actual message है वो उसके बाद होगा encrypt, तो उसमें ये सारे algorithms apply होंगे. उसके बाद होगा email का compress होना. आपका जो content है it is going to be compressed just to save the more space on disk on a server, as well as for the faster delivery, right? For the faster delivery. मान लीजिए अगर आपके पास कोई बहुत बड़ा कोई चीज है, अगर आप उसको फोल्ड कर सकते हैं तो ऑब्वियसली आप फोल्ड करेंगे ना, सो दैट यू कैन इजीली कैरी इनटू अ कैरी बैग. आप उसको खोल के तो नहीं जाएंगे ना, आप उसको ओपन डिलीवर करेंगे या फिर उसको कॉम्पैक्ट करके फोल्ड करके उसको डिलीवर करेंगे? ऑब्वियसली फोल्ड करके करेंगे, तो कि एक बैग में आसानी से आ जाए, इसलिए इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दैट कंप्रेशन. जितना आप उसका कंप्रेशन बेटर होगा उतना ही उसका डिलीवरी फास्ट होगा. जिप एंड ईमेल कंपेटिबिलिटी रेडिक्स 64, कन्वर्टिंग फ्रॉम बाइनरी टू टेक्स्ट ASCII, राइट? अच्छा, उसका सीक्वेंस क्या है सर? कैसे, मतलब एक्चुअली कहां से कहां सीक्वेंस क्या होता है? लेट्स टेक अ लुक. फर्स्ट द सेंडर क्रिएट अ मैसेज. आप एक सॉफ्टवेयर ले तो क्या करेंगे, ईमेल में एक मैसेज कंपोज करेंगे, ठीक है, क्रिएट करेंगे. ओके, SHA-1 is used to generate a 160-bit hash code of the message. उसके बाद SHA-1 का यूज करके एक 160-bit hash code जनरेट होगा उस मैसेज के लिए. ओके, then hash code is encrypted with RSA using the sender's private key, and the result is prepended to the message. Then this hash code is going to be encrypted with the using RSA using the sender's private key, and the result is prepended to the message. Do you know what is prepended? ये appended तो सुना था, ये prepended क्या है? We already know about appended, that we already have listened so many times. ये prepended क्या है भाई? What is prepended? Do you know the answer? Prepended. Simple English meaning I'm asking. Prepended. अपना दूसरा टर्म है ना, प्रीपोन, पोस्टपोन, append, prepend. कुछ याद आया? Without even do a Google, you can answer. Prepend, append, prepend. Himani?
Yes, sir.
Anyone? What is it? I'm asking the answer. આજે કેમ આજે લિંક આમ એસ્ટાબ્લિશ ન થતી બરાબર? શું કરો છો બધા? કમ ઓન, બી રિસ્પોન્સિવ. બહુ બોરિંગ લાગે છે શું? એમ આઈ ટોર્ચરિંગ યુ?
વીકેન્ડ મૂડમાં આવી જાય.
વીકેન્ડ મૂડમાં નો ચાલે મારા ભાઈ. આપણે બહુ હજી સિલેબસ આપણે 2 યુનિટ પતાવવાના છે. And from next week onwards, I'm planning to have the dual lecture daily, double lecture. So please be mentally prepared for it. I don't want to compromise with the quality of my teaching, as well as I don't want to leave any of the topic. Otherwise, I can do it so quickly. Do you know? It's almost been half an hour and we are still into the second page. We just have completed the first page and we are into the second page. So I don't want to even compromise with the quality, because I know that we will not get a time for the revision. Seriously, whatever we are learning, it's a first and last time. We will not have a time for the revision also. So that's why I don't want to do in a fast forward mode. I don't want to compromise and I don't want to even skip any of the topic. I cannot say this, okay ચલો આપણે બધા વાંચી લેજો રેફરન્સ બુક માંથી. ઓલરેડી તમને બુક easy છે. I cannot, why should I do that, right? It's against my ethics. I will not do that. So that's why from next week onwards I'm planning to have the double lecture, and please be mentally prepared. થોડુંક સહન કરી લ્યો કેમ કે આપણે સિલેબસ બાકી છે, એટલે સાવ નો કરી એના કરતા તો ભલે ને ડેઈલી ડબલ થાય શું વાંધો? ડેઈલી 3 લેક્ચર તમે તમારે છે જ, રાઈટ? સો આઈ વિલ હેવ ધ ડબલ. વચ્ચે આપણે બ્રેક લઈશું, ડોન્ટ વરી. બટ થોડુંક હવે બહાર આવો બધા મૂડમાંથી, થોડુંક સિરિયસલી લ્યો. અને એટલા બધા કેર ફ્રી ન થઈ જતા કે સર આ વખતે તો અમને પૂરેપૂરો વિશ્વાસ છે કે ઓનલાઈન એક્ઝામ જ હશે. અત્યારથી કાંઈ નક્કી ન કરી લ્યો મેન્ટલી, ભલે જે બી સિચ્યુએશન હોય. આપણે બંને મોડમાં આપણે કમ્ફર્ટેબલ છે એવું જ રાખો. મેન્ટલી પ્રિપેર રહ્યો કે ઓનલાઈન એક્ઝામ હોય તો બી વાંધો નથી અમને, તો અમારા માટે જેકપોટ છે. ઓફલાઈન એક્ઝામ હોય તોય વાંધો નથી, અમે લોકો તૈયાર જ છીએ. તો બંને મોડ માટે મેન્ટલી પ્રિપેર રહ્યો. રાઈટ? એટલે ઘણાને એવું અત્યારે એઝમ્પશન કરવા માંડ્યા કે અરે ગવર્મેન્ટ હમણાં કહેશે કે ઓનલાઈન એક્ઝામ લેવાની છે એટલે બિંદાસ જલસા બધા. એવું ન કરો, સિરિયસલી. મેન્ટલી બે રીતના પ્રિપેર રહ્યો. ઓનલાઈન થાય તો સારું, તમારા માટે જેકપોટ. ઓફલાઈન હોય તો મેન્ટલી પ્રિપેર જ રહેવાનું, કાંઈ વાંધો નહીં. આપણે ઓફલાઈન માટે રેડી છીએ, અમે તૈયારી કરેલી જ છે, બરાબર? એટલે જરાય આપણે કાંઈ એવું લેટ ગો નથી કરવું. જે બી કરો એકદમ મેક્સિમમ અટેન્શન સાથે કરો. કાંઈ બી ન સમજાય મને અટકાવો વચ્ચે માઇકમાં ને કયો કે સર આ મને ફરીથી સમજાવો, બરાબર? જો હું કન્ટેન્ટમાં એક વસ્તુ યાદ રાખો, હું કન્ટેન્ટમાં બહુ સ્પીડમાં નથી જતો, પણ મારી બોલવાની સ્પીડ વધારે છે એટલે તમને એવું લાગે છે કે સર ભગાવે છે. બાકી જો આમાં અત્યાર સુધી આપણે કેટલું કર્યું લેક્ચર ચાલુ, ખાલી એક જ પેજ કર્યું છે. પેલું એક જ પેજ થયું, બીજું હજી ચાલુ છે આપણા ટોપિક. એટલે કોન્ટેન્ટ ફાસ્ટ નથી ભાગતો, ડિલિવરી મારી બોલવાની સ્પીડ એવી છે એટલે તમને લાગે છે સર બહુ જલ્દી. ખરેખર જો આપણે હજી દોઢ પેજ માંડ થયું છે. ક્લિયર? કેમ કે હું એક લાઈન કહું તો સામે 3 લાઈન સમજાવું. તમે જોજો, એક લાઈન વાંચું તો 3 લાઈન સમજાવું છું. એટલે તમે શાંતિથી સમજો. જ્યાં એવું લાગે મને કયો, યુ કેન સ્ટોપ ટુ મી, આઈ વિલ જસ્ટ હોલ્ડ ઇટ એન્ડ આઈ વિલ એક્સપ્લેન યુ અગેન, બરાબર? બટ કાંઈ આપણે એક પણ પોઈન્ટ જવા નથી દેવાનો. ચલો, સો ફર્સ્ટ સેન્ડર વિલ create a message. SHA-1 3 શું થશે એમાં? 160 bit hash code generate થશે. And I was asking about the prepend. This hash code is actually encrypted with the RSA using sender's private key, and the result is prepended. Prepended મતલબ પહેલા, ફર્સ્ટ અટેચ કરું, પહેલા અટેચ કરું. એપેન્ડ એટલે પાછળથી અટેચ કરું, અને પ્રીપેન્ડ એટલે એડવાન્સમાં અટેચ કરું પહેલેથી. That's called prepend. તો મેસેજની સાથે શું કરશે? मैसेज के साथ क्या करेगा? वो प्रीपेंड कर देगा, ठीक है? The receiver uses the RSA with the sender's public key to decrypt and recover the hash code. So obviously the opposite side also it will use the sender's public key and it is going to be decrypt and recover the hash code. And the receiver generates a new hash code for the message and compare it with the decrypted hash code. If the two matches, the message is accepted as authentic. It's a kind of authentication technique. You're simply going to check the integrity and authentication. Whether the message you are receiving, it is intact, is it perfect, or it has been manipulated by someone else in between, right? So you are simply going to have some computation, not competition, computation, right? Some calculation would be there. So you will do calculation and you will store your result along with the message. Opponent will do the calculation and it will also generate one answer. If the two answer are matches, it means it is authenticated. Simple. ऐसा हमने पहले देखा था ना, right? Notation. See, now I'm going to show you one diagram, a big diagram. But before moving that, you should remember this notation. एक बार पढ़ लो फटाफट, quickly, all of you. Read it once, all this notation into this table. ये सारे लेटर्स का मतलब क्या है? शॉर्ट फॉर्म, फुल फॉर्म. एक बार देख लो फटाफट क्विकली, उसके बाद मैं नीचे आपको डायग्राम समझाता हूँ, ठीक है? एक बार पढ़ लो. This pipe sign means two pipe sign means concatenation, right? Z means zipping, compression. EC, symmetric encryption. DC should be no, it's not symmetric. DC is symmetric, decryption, sorry. Symmetric decryption and symmetric encryption. DC, EC. DP, public key decryption. EP, public key encryption. PUPR. You know, some of this notation we already have used into a formula. Formula માં આપણે પહેલા જોયું છે. ચલો, run, ready? Let's jump. The first phase is related with the authentication only authentication. Okay, this is a source A, opposite side destination, source destination. Okay, M stands for message. So first you will generate a compose a message. Okay, then H means what? As you can see, this notation has function, so has function will be applied on that. Then EP will be performed. EP means public key encryption. So on the hash function, whatever the output of hash functions, on that also, on the result of it, the EP will be applied. Means public key encryption would be there, right? And here the PR, private key of the user, will also be applied. So there will be a two input of it. First is a hash result and another is a private key of the user, right? Used in a public key encryption scheme. So यहाँ पर आपको यूज करना है क्या? प्राइवेट की, किसका? यूजर का, सेंडर का. क्लियर? और यहाँ पर एस फंक्शन अप्लाई किया, दो इनपुट दिया, उसके बाद ये फंक्शनलिटी परफॉर्म हुआ. ओके, उसके बाद आगे जाएंगे तो यहाँ पर आपको कॉन्केटिनेशन करना है. कौन सी दो चीज कॉन्केटिनेशन करनी है? एक ईपी का आउटपुट और एक डायरेक्टली जो मैसेज फॉरवर्ड हुआ है वो. दिस टू विल बी कॉन्केटिनेटेड. समझ में आ रहा है? एक मैसेज यूज्ड हुआ था हैश फंक्शन के लिए, the same copy of message is directly going to be forwarded for the concatenation purpose. Now concatenation करने के बाद जो आउटपुट आया उसके ऊपर वो करेंगे कंप्रेशन, जिपिंग करने के बाद फाइनली आपका ब्लॉक रेडी होगा. यहाँ पर ब्लॉक इज रेडी टू ट्रांसमिट, राइट? फाइनल ब्लॉक. ओके, देन अब जाएगा ऑपोजिट साइड पे धीमे धीमे. ऑपोजिट साइड पे as you can see Z और ऊपर कुछ -1 लिखा है. इट मींस इट इज गोइंग टू बी डीकंप्रेस्ड. इट इज गोइंग टू बी डीकंप्रेस्ड. ऐसा क्यों? पहले क्यों डीकंप्रेस हुआ? ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पर कंप्रेस कब हुआ था? लास्ट में कंप्रेस हुआ था. तो लास्ट में हुआ तो यहाँ पर सबसे पहले फर्स्ट में, इट्स कंप्लीटली लाइक रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग, रिवर्स प्रोसेस. तो यहाँ पर सबसे फर्स्ट उसको अनकंप्रेस्ड करेंगे, बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू परफॉर्म द डिक्रिप्शन प्रोसेस, फर्स्ट यू नीड टू डीकंप्रेस इट. पहले उसको ओपन तो करो, अनजिप तो करो, उसके बाद मैं कुछ कर सकता हूं ना. सो फर्स्ट इज गोइंग टू बी डीकंप्रेस्ड. ओके, देन you would have two things. The first here is having the element of encrypted portion, and you would have a message, right? E, you can see this. E is also using E function, PR, and H and M. This is the formula of it. Then next, DP. DP means public key decryption. Public key decryption using the public key of the user. So here decryption function will be applied, and the same message is going for the hash functionality also. So this message component is going to be proceed with the hash function functionality. Now whatever the output of this DP along with the public key, it is going to be compared with the output of this hash functions. If both the answers are matched, it means it is authentic. Simple. समझ में आया? आपको सिर्फ ये सारे नोटेशन याद रखने हैं, राइट? एच क्या है, जेड क्या है, दो पाइप साइन का मतलब क्या है, ईपी का मतलब क्या है. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट देखो, कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी ओनली. कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी ओनली. क्लियर? फर्स्ट you would have a message. Message is directly going for the zipping purpose. See this, see the changes. Message is directly going for the zipping and zipping purpose, compression. Then it is going to perform the EC. अब EC क्या है उसके लिए आपको ऊपर चेक करना पड़ेगा. Symmetric encryption, right? So it is going to have the apply this symmetric encryption. अभी आप सोचेंगे सर इसके अंदर अल्गोरिदम कौन सा आता है एग्जैक्टली? वो हमने ऊपर देखा ना, SHA है, DDS है, आइडिया है, कोई भी हो सकता है, एनीथिंग. अच्छा, EC अप्लाई हुआ यूजिंग द की. K का भी देख लो एक बार ऊपर क्या है. K is actually a session key used in a symmetric encryption scheme. K is a session key. ठीक है? चलो उसके बाद यहाँ पर आए EP हुआ आपका. EP you know now very well. It's a public key encryption, right? अभी इसका आउटपुट EC का और EP का, it is both going to be concatenated. Again EP is going to use with the public key. अभी इसका जो आउटपुट आया वो concatenate हुआ. This concatenated part is going to forward with the मेन ब्लॉक. मेन ब्लॉक के साथ एनक्रिप्शन फंक्शन भी आपने अटैच कर दिया एक एलिमेंट. सो उसका फॉर्मूला है E into bracket PU and K. So that block is also over there. It's like a hash element, hash block. और फाइनली आपका मैसेज भी है यहाँ पर, which is having all this process. Now at the opposite side, DP, decryption will be applied, and the same portion, this portion, message portion is going for the DC. DC क्या है यहाँ पर? सिमेट्रिक डिक्रिप्शन. सो सिमेट्रिक डिक्रिप्शन. सो एक आउटपुट इसका मिला आपको, और एक यहाँ से एक आउटपुट आया, दिस टू विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज एन इनपुट फॉर डीसी। अब ये इनपुट जो हुआ उसके ऊपर जो प्रोसेस हुआ डीसी का, उसके ऊपर एक आउटपुट मिला, दैट आउटपुट इज गोइंग टू बी नाउ अनजिप, क्योंकि देखो यहाँ पर मैसेज को डायरेक्टली इस जोन में आपने जिप किया था फर्स्ट में, तो यहाँ पर इससे सेकंड लास्ट में आएगा, यहाँ पर Z-1 अनजिप, फाइनली आपका ओरिजिनल मैसेज यहाँ इसमें से हो गया एक्सट्रैक्ट। क्लियर? थर्ड क्या है? कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी एंड ऑथेंटिकेशन। कैन एनीबडी वुड लाइक टू ट्राई दिस? वुड लाइक टू एक्सप्लेन दिस? अगर आपको नोटेशन बीच में पढ़ना है तो आई कैन स्क्रॉल अप, दैट्स फाइन, बट प्लीज ट्राई टू डू इट क्विक। Shakina, are you there? Shakina is there? No. Then who is going to explain this?
Yes,
Bridge.
sir.
Bridge, would you like to try this? Bridge. Mr. Bridge. Would you like to try this? This one. Come on, go for it. बच्चे कोई नोटेशन दर्ज हो कि सर ईपी શું છે તે હું ઉપર Is my screen is still visible? Is my screen still visible? Imani?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, so કોણ બ્રિજ સમજાવીશ તું? બ્રિજ ટ્રાય કર. કા? Why no? I said if you want to read the notation, I will scroll up for you. Don't worry. So if you don't know, sir, what is EP, DC, I don't know. Okay, कोई बात नहीं, ऊपर करीશ. Imani, would you like to try, please? Imani. Imani, are you there? हेलो, अब बता कहीं गया तेजस?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तू सम
સર તમારો વોઇસ નથી આવતો.
બોલે હવે આવે છે?
યસ સર.
ઓકે, હાલ તું સમજાવીશ?
સર ટ્રાય કરી.
કર ચલ ફટાફટ.
સર ફર્સ્ટ ઓફ ઓલ જે મેસેજ આવ્યો છે એ એમ માં રાખ્યો છે, સ્ટોર કર્યો છે. પછી એક હેશ ફંક્શન એપ્લાય કર્યું એના ઉપર ઇન્ક્રિપ્ટેડ
Correct.
માટે.
કરેક્ટ.
એ પ્રાઇવેટ કી લીધી છે પીઆર માં. પ્રાઇવેટ કી થી ઇન્ક્રિપ્શન ફંક્શન યુઝ કર્યું.
ઓકે,
સર
ડન.
પછી આ સિમ્બોલ શેનો છે?
ઈ કોન્કેટિનેશન.
કોન્કેટિનેશન. આન્સર Z4.
Z એટલે ઝિપિંગ.
એટલે સર જીપી એપ્લાય કરીને પછી જે ઇન્ક્રિપ્ટેડ ટેક્સ્ટ મળે છે આપણને.
હા, સો
Sir,
આ
એના
બેનું
ઉપર-
જે આઉટપુટ આવ્યું ઈ આના માટે ઇનપુટ થયું, એટલે બે વસ્તુ તે જોઈન કરી, એક આ ઈપી નું આઉટપુટ અને એક ડાયરેક્ટલી મેસેજ, ઈ બે કોન્કેટ કર્યો. ઈ થઈ ગયા પછી એનું કમ્પ્રેશન કર્યું, ઝિપ કર્યું. હા, હવે આગળ બોલ અહીંથી ઈસીથી.
ઝીપ માંથી આપણને પછી જે ઇન્ક્રિપ્શન ટેક્સ્ટ મળ્યા હશે, જે ફાઇલ મળી હશે એમાં કી એપ્લાય કરી અને ઈ પાછી પબ્લિક કી સાથે ઇન્ક્રિપ્શન એનું કર્યું કોન્કેટિનેશન પબ્લિક કી થી. પછી સર મેસેજમાં અપેન્ડ કર્યું ઇન્ક્રિપ્શન. એના પછી સર ત્યાંથી ડિક્રિપ્શન ની પ્રોસેસ ચાલુ રહે છે. પેલા પ્રાઇવેટ કી એપ્લાય કરીને ડિક્રિપ્શન માં ચેક કર્યું.
કરેક્ટ.
એટલે સર ઈ કમ્પેરિઝન થશે અને સર ઈ કમ્પેરિઝન થાય તો પછી આગળ એનું ઝીપ રિવર્સ કરે
ના,
ઝીપી માં.
અહીંયા જે કમ્પેર નથી થતું, અહીં કઈ કમ્પેર છેલ્લે થશે.
તો સર પ્રાઇવેટ કી એપ્લાય કરીને પેલા ડિક્રિપ્શન ની પ્રોસેસ કરી. ડિક્રિપ્શન આપણે ટેક્સ મળે સર, ડિક્રિપ્શન મળશે પછી એને આફ્ટર એના જીપી પાછું રિવર્સ એપ્લાય કરશે.
હા, એટલે અનઝિપ કર્યું. કરેક્ટ.
સર આપણે જેટલી સાઈઝની ફાઇલ હશે કે જે મેસેજ હશે એ સાઈઝ પ્રોપર મળી જશે અહીંયાથી. અને સર મેસેજમાં પછી ઇન્ક્રિપ્શન વાળી જે આપણે હેશ ફંક્શન બનાવ્યું હતું પહેલા સર એ એપ્લાય કર્યું એમાં અને કમ્પેરિઝન કર્યું પબ્લિક કીથી ડિક્રિપ્શન ને હેશ ફંક્શન.
ઓકે, સો અલ્ટિમેટલી આના જેવું જ છે, પણ અમુક એલિમેન્ટ્સ એ વધી ગયા આમાં, રાઈટ? થોડુંક સિક્વન્સ ચેન્જ થઈ ગઈ અલ્ટિમેટલી. The sequence has been changed. As you can see here, the directly H is applied and જે concatenation છે એ કયા બે વસ્તુનું થાય છે એ જુઓ. ઉપર જો કયું થતું હતું, આમાં EC નો થાય છે અને અહીં EP આવે છે. અહીંયા મેસેજ છે અને અહીંયા EP આવે છે. એ બેનું ઇનપુટ છે કોન્કેટ થાય છે. So ultimately, in this case actually, the sequence and some elements, some procedure, additional procedure has been done. Because the thing is, see, first one is for only authentication purpose. Second is for only confidentiality, and this is the combination of both confidentiality and authentication. So ultimately, you need to remember this flow as well as this all notations. Our notations bada khabar hase, so then you will be able to understand what exactly happening, right? Then second, confidentiality, as we just have discussed, it will simply like the sender generates a message and a random 128-bit number to be used as a session key for this message only. Session key, obviously, because whenever you will create a message, when you can create a message, when you have logged in tha એટલે શું થશે? Session will be generated. So you will ultimately have one session key, and that will be used for the message creation and composition purpose. The message is then encrypted using the cast 128 or IDEA or triple DS with the session key. So how the message is going to be encrypted? Using the certain algorithms like cast 128. 128 is the size. It would have the varieties like it would use the IDEA or triple DS, right? The session key is now encrypted with the RSA. See, listen क्या हो रहा है? आपका मैसेज तो encrypt हो गया cast 128 से, आपका सेशन की है वो भी encrypt हो रहा है using RSA. दोनों की खुद encrypt हो रहा है using the recipient's public key का recipient का public key यूज करके, and it is appended to the message, और वो जा रहा है मैसेज के अंदर. समझ में आ रहा है? यहां पर देखा ना आपने? See this portion, and this is your message portion, right? Then the receiver uses the RSA with a private key to decrypt and recover the session key. The session key is used to decrypt the message ultimately. The receiver uses RSA with its private key. किधर है वो देखो? Just see this. Can you see this? Private key, और यहाँ पर hash का function है, right? So this is going to be now decrypted here. So आपका message तो हो रहा है, along with that key is also going to be decrypted with the private, right? So two things are there. एक तो आपको मैसेज को पहले डिकोड करना है, डिक्रिप्ट करना है, और की को भी करना है. की को आप कैसे करेंगे? अपने प्राइवेट के यूज से, राइट? सो दैट्स अ कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी पार्ट. देन कंप्रेशन पार्ट, इट्स सो इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. As a default, PGP compresses the message after applying the signature but before encryption. समझ में आ रहा है? PGP compress कब करता है? Compress the message after applying the signature. Signature apply करने के बाद, लेकिन encryption करने से पहले, right? This has benefited of saving the space for both email transmissions and for file storage. Why the compression is necessary? First of all, throughout a day, there are millions and trillions of emails which is going to be exchanged between the different parties. So assume if you are having the attachment of simple a few KBs, you are the only one, but worldwide there are trillions of people who are exchanging the emails to the different persons along with the attachment. Now, if you think from the storage purpose, from the storage perspective, obviously it is going to be occupy a too large space. So that's why it's very much necessary to compress, right? Even we are also used to do the same thing in our local drive. Whenever you are going to have some movies or some HD pictures or something, and if you think that you are having now limited hard disk space, so what you will do ultimately, you are going to do all the things in a zipping format. You simply do the compression just to save the disk space. It is preferable to sign an uncompressed message so that one can store only the uncompressed message together with the signature for future verifications. It is also actually preferable if you signed an uncompressed message, so that will be actually useful for the future verification also. Otherwise क्या होगा? आपको वेरीफाई करने के सबसे पहले अनकम्प्रेस करना पड़ेगा, है ना? कंप्रेशन है तो उसको पहले खोलना पड़ेगा, अनकम्प्रेस करना पड़ेगा. That's why. If a one signed a compressed document, then it would be necessary either to store a compressed version of the message for later verification or to recompress the message when verification is required. Now you just decide कि आपको verification कब करना है, right? अगर आप compress करते हैं document को, right? तो आपको compressed version है message का, वो store करके उसके ऊपर later verification करना है बाद में, या फिर उसको सबसे पहले recompress करके उसके बाद उसको करना है. So it's totally based on a different requirements of the service providers, right? It completely depends on you. See, it doesn't mean that compressed message verify नहीं हो सकता, obviously हो सकता है, that's possible. But in most of the algorithms, it doesn't support. Suppose it doesn't support the compression version. आपको मैसेज वेरीफाई करना है तो आप क्या करेंगे, पहले सबसे पहले मैसेज को ओपन तो करेंगे ना, मतलब उसको कंपेयर करेंगे कि भाई इसमें इंटैक्ट है या इंटीग्रिटी मेंटेन है नहीं. अगर मैं आपको कंप्रेस वर्जन दूं तो आप सबसे पहले क्या बोलेंगे कि भाई अनकंप्रेस करके दो, अनजिप करके दो, उसके बाद मैं चेक करूंगा. समझ में आ रहा है? इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दैट. आप assume that you are sending me an assignment. Assume that you are sending me an assignment in a zip version, और ऊपर से आपने zip का भी पासवर्ड दिया है, और उसके बाद आप बोल रहे हो सर ये चेक करके मुझे दो असाइनमेंट. अरे भाई पहले मुझे खोल के ओपन तो करो, मतलब चलो पासवर्ड तो दो एटलीस्ट, उसके बाद मैं आपका असाइनमेंट चेक कर सकता हूँ ना. ये इतना लॉक कर दिया तो मैं कैसे चेक कर सकता हूँ? या तो आप मुझे पासवर्ड दो या फिर आप मुझे ओपन करके दो रेडीमेड. इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दैट. ठीक है. Message encryption is applied after the compression. Message encryption is applied after the compression to strengthen cryptographic security. Right? So first उसका compression होगा, उसके बाद उसका message encryption होगा. Because the compressed message has a less redundancy than the original plain text. Crypt analysis is more difficult. So it is recommended कि पहले आप compress करो, उसके बाद encryption करो. So that will be very easy because उसमें redundancy बहुत कम है और उसको crypt analysis करना भी बहुत difficult है. समझ में आ रहा हो? मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, original form change कर देता हूँ. I'm not directly applying the encryption on the original message. First I will do the zipping, compression, then encryption. So assume how much difficult it is. Very difficult, very complex, right? So that one is recommended actually. It's already 10:31. I think we need to signing off now. Fourth is email compatibility that we will see into next lecture. Done? Any doubt, any query? તમને લાગતું હોય કે સર સ્પીડમાં બહુ જાઉં છું, આ છે તે છે, તો મને કહેજો. You can ask me at any point of time. Any question now?